Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago.
Jonathan Taylor
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Bears need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Richardson looking to throw.
It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Colts. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now it's Fields.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. For the Bears, it's 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill.
This will be taken at the 10. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. Are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Back to 60, back to 60.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing right, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
Cougar 19.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
18, Pioneer.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that's going to be incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver.
Third down here.
You look at this Bears defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 28-yard line.
Now Fields going to move him around.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On play action, Fields.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Kenneth Murray drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Here we go. Hey, Ken.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Richardson to throw.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try to cover him before he gets going?
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hey, smash Bronco!
Richardson to the air on 1st down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Fields going to change things up here.
From the 29, Fields out to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Running left, Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Jump clear. Go.
Here's Fields. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Ken.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st down, Richardson.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Richardson.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here now a 3rd and 20. Now Richardson back to throw it.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Angel. Right.
A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to let it go again.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now Richardson. That is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fielded at about the 28. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made them pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Alpha. Easy. Tonight.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
75 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Let's go Alpha right here. All right.
Back to Taylor on first down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
First
down for the Bears, a gain of 15. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields
Sliding out of the pocket. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
on 3rd down. Here's Taylor.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 4th down, Fields. That pass complete to Moore. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap. Fields
steps away to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Fields now to throw.
They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 98 yards.
And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13.
That day, the kickoff on the goal.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go,
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Steps away. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Fields. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Play action. It's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Real estate's been pretty hard to navigate up the middle, hasn't it? Been real tough for them to run the football.
Another example there, but when they try to bounce it outside, the numbers have been to the advantage defensively there too.
Yeah, once they took care of the middle, that allowed those linebackers and secondary guys to run to the ball on the perimeter.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Here
we go. Hey, Ken. All right.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah,
it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 54 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
Now it's Richardson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter. Adetomiwa Adebawore there for the defense.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Go.
Again, it's Taylor. Down the left sideline. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 33. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
He'll buy some time right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now a give to Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Here we go.
Now Fields. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm